Hello, my name is Kevin, and you're watching Learning Old Germanic Languages. In this video, we're going to talk about how to study Old High German. Now, before getting into Old High German, one has to bear in mind that learning an Old Germanic language or any historical language requires effort, requires discipline, requires sincerity, requires effort and consistency. Because this is something you would want to dedicate yourself to. If you want to learn this language seriously, or any historical language seriously, that you have to bear in mind that that this won't be easy, but it is very fulfilling. It's one can see learning an old Germanic language as a personal achievement within, right? To overcome something mentally challenging. So that's something I wanted to say as a preface before getting to the actual materials of what you're going to need to learn Old High German. All right, so the first thing you're going to need, and this is very crucial, you're going to need a grammar book, okay, or a primer. The only one that I know that I like that's in English is one by Joseph Wright. It's called a primer in Old High German 2nd edition, and I'll put the link for that down below where you can download it off of archive.org. Okay. As well, you're going to need a dictionary. Those are really important, all right, because a primer can only help you so much. A primer or grammar book can help you with understanding, the grammar, understanding how the language works, the functions of it, and the inflected case system. It explains that in there. But the problem with using older learning materials is that older learning materials from, let's say, the 19th century or early 20th century, they expect the student to have a background in Latin or something of that nature. So with any book, if you will, regarding an old historical language, I would suggest reading them slowly, okay? That's something I'm going to repeat throughout this video. You got to read these things slowly, because otherwise it gets too confusing, especially if you're completely new to historical languages and whatnot. So that's something to bear in mind. So you're going to need a grammar book or primer. Joseph Wright's primer of Old High German 2nd edition. I quite like that one a lot. That's and it's in English. So, because the thing is, Old High German, most of the time when you look out for it, chances are you're going to find stuff in German, right? Which makes sense, right? Because the ancestor of present day German, right? So, yeah. So you're going to need a primer. You're going to need a dictionary. Now, what dictionary would I recommend? I am a big fan. It's not perfect, but I'm a big fan of Gerhard Koebler. Koebler's Althochdeutsches Wörterbuch. So Koebler's English pronunciation of that last name, but anyway, Koebler's Old High German dictionary. That's a really good one, I recommend, but it's in German though, right? And it has a bit of a learning curve when using it. I'll put the link for that down below as well. All right, so you have your grammar or primer, you have your dictionary, and the third thing you're going to need are texts. You're going to need texts. You're going to need readers. That's something to look out for when researching for materials. And I'll just say right now, archive.org or Google Books. These are the two places to find learning materials, okay? You're going to need readers, but again, this is Old High German. Chances are you have better luck looking for this stuff in German. So what to type in, you type in Althochdeutsch, then space, then you type in Lesebuch. All right, and a Lesebuch is a well, the literal translation is read book, but such a book has a collection of old High German texts or whatnot, okay? So that's something to bear in mind. Now, when you have all these things and you have the text in front of you, the next thing to do is look up each word in the text you're studying. That may sound long and tedious, but that's how you learn. There's no fast and short. There's no shortcuts in learning learning any language. If you really want to know it really inside and out, you got to do the hard work. I understand that people learn differently, and that of course, on this channel, I have a variety of content, anywhere from like a story to a song and whatnot. But as well, as I have lesson videos. But doing this though, like looking at each word in the text and whatnot, by doing that regularly, when you study Old High German, or if you will, you'll gain vocabulary, you'll understand how the language works and whatnot. And once you get good at that, then you can start making your own material. That's where the real fun begins. You know, like you can acquire the proficiency of creating content in a historical language from, you know, like around from like what, 750 AD to all the way to, when did Old High German end? Roughly around what, the 1100s? Or no, it was 1050. Yeah, sorry, 1050. Yeah, that's roughly around the end, roughly. I mean, give or take. Yeah. So you're going to need a dictionary. You're going to need a grammar book or primer, dictionary. You're going to need a reader or Lesebuch, and get those texts and whatnot. But the primer that I suggested, that has texts already. So that's a good start. You know, you can start with those, and then if you want more, you can branch out to look for readers or Lesebuch, if you will. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And this is very crucial for if you want to learn this language seriously and really know it inside and out. You have to get yourself a grammar book or primer, dictionary, and texts. All right, if the primer doesn't come with text already, or grammar book doesn't come with text already. That's pretty much it. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you're new, and if you really like the channel, please become a patron at my Patreon page down below. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.